Each tree, each plant, each animal, each blade of grass, each soil, like go deep down into the earth, has this like energy, this frequency, whatever you want to call it, that is a vibration that is so desirous and willing to contribute to us. The earth is continuously talking to us. My question is, will you listen? Are you listening? We're going to talk about the earth. Yep, that thing that we all live on and live with. As I wake up and maybe I want to sleep a little longer, I've actually been asking for to turn on like the acoustical vibration in my body, and asking for the nature, the birds, the sounds, the animals, all of it to I'm like using my hand. So if you're listening to this, it's sort of like to come in to me, into my body, and seep into every single molecule and cell in my body. And I was saying to Gary Douglas, the founder of Access, is what I've noticed is I drift off into this sleep, but it's not sleep. It's like this, I drift off into this, I guess it's like this magical wonderland of such a sense of peace. And when I say joy, I don't mean loud joy. I just mean the joy that comes with peace. And then I'm noticing I'm waking up and I'm like, when I wake up like an hour and a half later, generally I wake up and every morning I put my hands on my body somewhere and I just acknowledge my body and I say, hey body. And it's like just acknowledge it, like thanks, instead of just jumping out of bed and what have I got to do, etc. I will acknowledge my body. And I also say good morning to the earth. I always just go, hey, earth, hey, planet, like something. I don't have like a particular thing that I say every day, but my body and the earth are two things that I will always bring into my reality. And one of the things I have looked at is I like waking up early. I'm definitely a morning person, not a nighttime person. And I call it like, it's like waking up with nature, because I can perceive the creativity that I have, and the fluid, and the enthusiasm for everything that I'm choosing, like the gratitude for everything I'm choosing when I'm waking up with nature. And when I'm in Australia, you hear the birds in the morning and the afternoon. Same thing here. It's like birds make noises at certain times of the day. So I love waking up with nature. It's just alive. Like I literally wave. Like I wave and I'm just like, morning, like buenos dias or whatever. And it puts such a big smile on my face. Now, there is one specific question of what can I contribute? Whatever comes into my like awareness at the time, I will ask. And there is something that they are delivering to me, which words are going to create it to be more of a limitation than the energy. It's almost like this loud, like if you had a hurricane or something, there's this loud energy that comes across into my body and my being, just going, the closest word is receive. I literally was like, show me, universe, show me what this energy of receiving truly is. Do you know what I just got? I asked that question and I had a really cool conversation with Gary Douglas yesterday. I got to a lot of stuff from me personally. And one of the things was he said, the willingness to be liked and loved and to receive what, like, the gratitude that people actually have of me. And as the conversation went, he said, would it be too naked for you? Like too naked to your soul? And I was like, yeah. He was asking me, he said, are you aware how powerful and potent you are? Like not from control and force, from the potency. And he was like, if I stripped everything off from you, that's what the world requires, is that the nakedness of your soul, like that the world requires this. So I'm going to ask you, all of you out there, it's like, how many of you have any facade at all is not actually really a contribution to what we be in the world? What if you were willing to have this, like the naked, like be that naked soul that you truly be? that power and potency of you just being you and having that in the world. Like if my body is sore or tired or sometimes flying, it's like the inflammation or anything like that. As soon as I ask, like go out walking and ask the earth to contribute to my body, if my body is asking for that, like to be out there, it starts to change and really quickly. Even horse riding, like I'll notice if I go out horse riding when I'm tired or my body. So ask my body though, hey body, do you want to go horse riding? And I get this like, yes. And can we have tranquilo, like a quiet ride? And then I can see Pluma, she just, and all of it just becomes like, again, it's like that seeping into every molecule and cell of your body and contributing without controlling it. It's just like this, it's like melting. And then I just wanted to run. So then I started running, and you have those little are they ants, the grass cutter ants or something? And they're so cute. And they've got like they're off to work we go, and they've got this line like they go across, and they're carrying the big leaf cutters, and they're carrying the leaves across, and you can tell there's a whole system that they've got created, right? I like saw one and I crossed over it, and then I was running and I saw another one, and man, I swear to God, in midair, I was like did a like a cartoon, because I was about to put my foot down right in the middle of their little system, and I was like, no, I can't be the one that destroys their, carrying their leaves, etc. But for me, that whole moment, I'm really aware of the trees around me. I'm aware of these leaf cutter ants. I'm aware of like nature speaking to me and my body, and nothing else is relevant. And I would say being out in nature and taking that moment and that time to be in nature, for me, it's like what I think is relevant, I realize is not. And so then what is actually relevant has more space and becomes bigger. And for me, what is actually relevant is, one of the questions I'm asking at the moment is what would create ease, joy, and glory? That gives it more chaos for me and more space to go out and spend some time in nature, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, if you can, do a few hours, like do a while and just be like, watch the ants, watch the leaf cutters, listen to the trees. Every tree is like an ecosystem unto itself. They're incredible. Yeah, I was talking to someone yesterday because they were saying, I need space, I need space. And they said it like 10 times. And I said, you need to have a look at what you're asking for. Because yes, we all like space. I love being on my own. I know you love being on your own. It's like, it's one of my favorite things. And yet, I've watched Gary Douglas for years, loves being on his own, and he has the same space no matter who's around. And I was like, okay, what is that? Like, so I was saying to this person yesterday, what if you could create that space no matter where you are? If you're in the middle of the city, if you're in the middle of a shopping mall, the day before Christmas, or anywhere, if you could have that space. And that is a muscle to create. But what I would use too is I always use nature to, I guess, reset myself. Like if you got a computer and you're going to turn everything off so that, it reboots. And years ago, I found I was looking for something through people. And I went, oh, if I stop looking for anything through people and I tap into nature, then what I discover is more of me. If you look at when you get angry, and if you get angry and you get frustrated and you're judging a lot, just even tap into the energy of that. The last time you remembered being angry and judgy, let's say, look at the energy of you and the earth. Was it a contribution? I mean, the earth doesn't have a judgment. That's the thing. The earth will receive any energy. Okay. But still look at it. It's like, well, do you create separation with the earth? The earth is not separating from you, but you end up creating separation with the earth. Because when you function from those energies of anger, frustration, judgment, it's like a solitary, autonomous reality that you choose that doesn't allow for that creative energy of chaos, which nature is chaos, to enter into your field, let's say. Now, if you look at the energy of you wake up, as we were talking, wake up, And you've just got a huge amount of gratitude. It's like, and joy. Let's use gratitude and joy for now. Even, it's like, even if you do it, great, but even if you perceive the energy of putting your hands on the earth somewhere on a tree, and it's like now you're filled with gratitude and you're filled with joy. Is there a separation? Like the movie Avatar? I mean, that first Avatar movie was brilliant. And the way they described, when you jump on their horses and their dragons or whatever they had, and they just put their hair, and it's like that connection. We are so connected to nature, and people tend to forget that. They tend to think that they're all alone. You are never alone. Nature is with you. The earth is with you. Consciousness has your back, all of that. And yet, when you choose the energies that are more like anger or frustration or judgment, it's like you're choosing against the communion that you could be choosing. And I think a lot of people sometimes choose all of that, anger, judgment, etc., because so many other people are doing it. So it's like, how many other people have you grown up with or are surrounded by that those energies are more familiar? Just because it's familiar doesn't mean you have to choose it. Is just that peaceful gratitude, joy. Is that a familiar energy? Did you grow up with that? Were you ever shown that? And if not, what if I could show you that now? And you started embracing and engaging that as your reality. I remember talking to Gary and I said, it's so interesting because I can hear everything. And he said, yeah, he said, most people just walk upon the earth. They don't walk with it. And he said, you are learning how to be with it, like walk with it, to be a part of it. Each tree, each plant, each animal, each blade of grass, each soil, like go deep down into the earth, has this like energy, this frequency, whatever you want to call it, that is a vibration that is so desirous and willing to contribute to us. That connection and that communion that we can all have with the earth, with beings, with bodies, that's the reality, that's the world, the universe that I every day am asking for more of that, please.